Point type.
Okay. This, if I do 1 greater than 2, it says false.
Type of it says type of type is type. Exactly. Type of type should have been in a built-in function.
Type of type is what?
Type should be a built-in function. Type.
Yeah. What is type of type? So you guys can, carry on that if you want to. I'll tell you why it's not a built-in function and why it's a type. Alright, I'll just come to that. So it says type bool. Alright. So you know that how you can write false. So simply there should be a true. Right. So when I'm writing true, or when I wrote 2 plus 3, it's giving me the result. It won't happen when you are actually writing a Python program. Alright. So it's the interpreter is helping me out with the return value of whatever you have, whatever expressions you have evaluated. Is that okay? Expression, evaluation, different types. Understood? Yes? No? Not? If you have a problem, ask me. Alright. So, okay, let's just jump into a very intelligent question this guy asked. Why type of type is not built-in function? It's because it's not a built-in function. That much should have been obvious. And in some sense, I actually misled you to believe that it's a built-in function because it had parentheses and looks like a function call. So essentially, type is an object. Java programmers know what an object is, or C++ programmers, or those guys who have gone through the treacherous programming languages class. Right. So is bool, and so is string, and so is int, and so is float, and so is whatever. So in Python, everything, by everything I mean everything, is an object. So what do you call such programming language?
Object-oriented programming.
Right? So Python definitely is an object-oriented programming language. Right, coming back to my chronic hatred of Java. Java is also an object-oriented programming language. But Java is only an object-oriented programming language. Python is what we like to call a multi-paradigm language, in which you have the features of multiple paradigms. So object orientation is one paradigm, okay. There's another paradigm which we use, for example. Structural programming language. So C is a structured programming language or structural programming language, and there are other programming languages called functional programming languages. So Python supports all these paradigms. So it's essentially up to you how you want to go about and use it. So if you want to write an object-oriented program, you can go ahead and define classes and methods, and you can use all your Java programming skills and import them into Python and do all the random stuff. So what we saw when we wrote type of X. Now that we know that type essentially is an object, is a class, what would we see there? Again, virtual doublets.
Class name, type, class type.
That's alright. And what I'm trying to get at is, when I write an expression called dype of A, what are we seeing? What is this expression? It's a function. It's definitely a function call because it has a parenthesis on it. Right? Did I say what? Okay, a huge summary for you. So it's essentially the constructor of type being invoked. You don't need to bother about it. Alright, it's totally irrelevant. You can use type as a function, but then it's essentially the constructor of type being invoked. That's why type of type is type, and still you can use it as a function. So I can do something like string of A. I'm sorry. No. String of A. Okay, A was already string. So let's say equal to 10. String of A gives me things for you guys to think about. What is float of A? What is, now you know that float is a type. What happens when bool of A is called? So what is bool of 0 and what is bool of 1? Alright. Stuff like that. So I'm going to wrap up this section about what all features Python has, and we'll start actually writing codes in a moment. I just want to show you something really cool. Let's say this equal to what just happened. Now isn't it cool or not? Which other programming language gives you complex as its built-in data type? It is, guys, believe me, it is cool. Alright, so, no, because the last time I saw this happening, I actually stood up and hit this. Don't do that, please. Right, so Python has a complex data type as well. So you might want to look at what all other types you have. You can obviously go on, create your own new types, just like you create new classes. So hopefully we'll get into the object orientation part of Python. Right, so this is your basic, this is essentially the first page of any programming language textbook. What all types you have, what all operators you have, how you go about assigning stuff into operators, and so on and so forth. Right, so what is the next page? So help me teach you guys. What is the next logical step? Conditional expressions. Right? So any programming language, if you want to write something really intelligent, it should be able to make decisions. So to make decisions, it should be able to do conditional checking. Right? So obviously Python has something called if construct. So we will be getting into that. We are going to get into that. Again, quick question. How do you swap the values into integers? So I'll just do it for you. I have A equal to 10 and I have B equal to 20. I want B equal to 20 and A equal to 10. How do I go about doing this? In Python, obviously. Right. I mean, the knowledge of Python which you guys already have is more than enough to do this exercise. Or just, why don't you guys just do it yourself? So if I'm typing anything here, you might want to see whether that gets executed or not. So if someone can help me out here, what do I write? Don't mind that. So what would you write in a basic C program? I'm still going to say it. I'll tell you guys. I'll go C equal to A, and then I'll go B equal to C, and then I'll go A equal to B, right? Or did I write it wrong? No.
Equals to A, B
Equal to C.
A.
What should I have written? B and A are both like this. My mistake. Right, so I write C equal to A, then A equal to B,
B equals to C.
and B equal to C, right? So A is this, B is this. I could have written A comma B is 20 comma 10. I could have written this. So that's one way of doing it. And then a better way of doing it would be A comma B equal to B comma. Neat. So again, this huge computer science funda going behind it. It's called dynamic tuple unpacking or something like really large name. But it all boils down to this: is that it makes our life a little bit more easier and fun too. Right. So swapping was never easy, never easier. So if you want to swap, you do this. You can still do stuff like this: a comma b comma, sorry, a comma b comma c equal to c, right? What happens when you do a comma b comma c equal to 1 comma c? What do you think would happen? And what happens? And you know exactly why that happens, so I won't go into that. So, right, what was I going to tell you guys? If, right, conditional expression evaluation. So, how does any conditional expression work? Right, you have if some value which evaluates if it's true or false, then you do something, then you do a lot of stuff, otherwise you do something else, right? So this is really important, right? This is one of the more controversial aspect of Python.
See, what if we write print A, it gives the value of A, right? But if you write type of print, it gives an invalid syntax.
What does type of print give you in the context? You are still on type now. You do realize that I have covered a little more. No, I'm just individual website. Continue your journey into the world of types.
Building functional
Right. So 3 point in Python 3.x, print is actually built in method. In Python 2.x, print actually is an operator. So subtle differences there. That's why if you are printing something in 3.x, you would require the brackets. Right? Solved? So, alright, so this is very important. So what we'll try to write a very small program, very small script, which essentially assigns, right, it assigns some value to some operator depending on the value of another operator. So I have a equal to 25, let's say, okay, 35, and I want to write code which assigns value of C as less than, if A is less than 50, value of C would be greater than BT if A is greater than 50. Right, your very primitive if statements. So, right, so this is how I'm going to write it, and there will be issues. This is a little bit controversial aspect of Python. I'm going to write if, okay, I don't need this, if A is less than, sorry, A is less than, what's this happening? A is less than 50, I write a colon, and I write C equal to what? Less than, I write else, I write C equal to greater than, and I executed it. Alright, so, and now what's the value of C? C is less than. Why don't I give you guys a minute and try it out yourself? I'm hoping to hear about at least one error. Okay, there's one error there. Let's just wait for the other guys to show up. I think there's an error. Okay, I'm hoping to get a syntax error. Those guys who didn't get syntax error and got it right. Hands up, please. Okay, those guys who got the syntax error and got it right. You must be excellent at exams. Right, right. So, okay, how did you correct your syntax error? You gave the tabs and